Hiya, welcome back. I'm Angela from artorai.com. The other day I made a video showing you how to make a postage collage card using the special die set, which I'm going to show you again in a moment. This time I'm going to show you how to make this really pretty autumn style one. Just to interrupt for a second, of course I managed to do a much better card off camera than on camera, so please stick around to the end and I'll showcase that one along with the others. But these are the tools that I'm going to use. I've got the card base, I've got one of the mats. The one thing I haven't cut is the die, and I'm going to do that in a bit. Put those to one side. Got my blending brushes, got my inks. I'm not sure if I'm going to use all of those yet. So everything for this die set I keep together, and it comes with some little stamps here which I actually forgot to use, so I'll probably use one of these as well. I was just practicing with that because I've never used the autumn one before. So those are the dies. I'm not going to use all these little bits, I'm just going to use the main die there. That's the background stencil. These are the stencils I used the other day. The beauty about these is that I don't know if you can see that in the top corner there, Postage Collage Fall. It has 1 of 4 there, light, if you can see that. So that's 1 of 4, that's 2 of 4, 3 of 4 and 4 of 4. So this one has light, medium, these are the colours that you should be using, and dark. And this is for the backgrounds. So I didn't actually use the background stencil for this card because I was just trying something out, but I think I will use it for this one. So the first thing I'm going to do is get some 250 GSM paper for this card. I'll see if I have any scraps. Well, I found a scrap which is actually a card base, but it is quite thin. It's not, I usually use 300 GSM. For my card this must be 250 because it's not as strong, so I shall use this. It's just that sometimes it's difficult to get the thicker card to cut. Right, now we're ready to start colouring. I'm not going to colour the background first like I did with the other one. I'm going to use these stencils as they were meant to be used in the right order, so we'll see how we go on. Just using my sticky mat. So here's the stencils. So the first one, 1 out of 4, is light. Just line them up as best you can. They do have little square, I don't know if you can see that, little square lines around, so you can help to line it up properly. It can be tricky to line them up, but it is going to be worth it. Right, so I will use the dried marigold, Distress Oxide dried marigold. This is a nice pale colour. Just make sure that all of the colours off there, because I'm not sure what colour's on there yet. You can have all of these different colours, of course. You can put whatever colours you like. I'm sticking to, not monochromatic really, but I'm just sticking to 1 or 2 colours just in different shades. Put that to one side to wash. Stencil number 2, medium. Now I'm going to go for a darker colour, but not dark. I like this one. It's one of my new ones. It's Distress Oxide tea dye. I really need to get some more blending brushes. I'm not sure how this is going to work because these are different colours to the ones I've been using. No, I don't like that on there. I'm going to use a darker one. I'll use rusty hinge. So that's rusty hinge. Very nice colour, I love it. Oh yes, yes, that's looking very nice. Oh, loving the leaves. So now I thought we'd use gathered twigs. I do have a more brown Oxide, but it's an Oxide ink. I'll just use this. Oh, that's lovely. To be honest, you could leave it there if you wanted. That's really nice, that. So yeah, this is going to put some background colour in, but it's not going to cover the white. So with this, I used the background stencil to cover like a blend of, I think it was dried marigold and crushed olive perhaps. So maybe should have done that really, but never mind. We'll see what happens with this. Perhaps a mixture of scattered straw and crushed olive. See how that goes. Right, so this is a cleaner version of the card that I made earlier, because only a couple of the backgrounds have been coloured in, and I think it looks quite nice. We're going to put some splatters on now. I'm going to use my watercolours. I don't know why I bother using my splatter box, I just end up getting it everywhere anyway. So I'm going to dry this off. And that's with the splatters on. And I always like to use my white marker pen just to put a few more splatters on, just for a bit of variation. Now you see the difference. So on this one I did the background first and then I used the rest of the stencils. I prefer this one. This one I just used the stencils as they came, so you do have a few without the background. It depends entirely on what you want. Now what you could do is you could colour the background however you want and then do the splatters while the stencil is still on. So your stencil only gets into the square parts, and then you could and then you could stencil your elements on, and then the splatters won't be interfering with any of the images that you have there. But I quite like it as it is. It's entirely up to you. There are a lot of ways to use this set. I just think it's wonderful, and there are lots of different stencil sets you can get for this particular die set as well. I am going to put, and I think that's dry, I am going to put some foam on the back to put it on there. If you're wondering what on earth is going on here, then I'll leave a link to my other video that tells you all about it. Of course you don't have to use foam, you can glue it straight on if you like. Just make sure that I've got the card the right way. Won't be the first time I've put one on the wrong way. This is my Collall glue. I really like to use it for card making, but be careful not to get it too near to the sides, because it will squeeze out. Yeah, I've accidentally got some ink on the side there. I wonder if I'll be able to erase that later, I'm not sure. So as well, what you could do is when you put on the top stencil, the dark colours, you could miss these two out and just have pumpkins so it's not too Halloweeny. And then you could miss that one out and put on your own sentiment if you wanted to. Like I said, there are lots and lots of different ways to use these, but I just think they're really cute, especially the autumn ones. So there are the two different ones, one with the background done beforehand, one without. And I wish now I'd put the splatters on the background before I'd put the elements on, just to show you what that would be like. I might even have a go at that and show you that one as well. Okay, so here's that finished card, and I don't know about you, but I much prefer this one. This one makes me happy, whereas the others are okay, but I just love this. So I showed you the steps that I followed, and although you can still see the splatters underneath that we've done underneath the stenciling, it's nowhere near as intrusive, and I just think that is so much better. Oh, and I've noticed as well that when I did this one, have you seen that? The acorns are just completely split apart. Didn't even notice. But yes, so what I did with this is when I came to put the top layer on the dark layer, I just used a small blending brush just to dabble there and there and there and there, and I didn't go anywhere near there, and I didn't go anywhere near the stenciling that has the "Hey There" written on, because I wondered what it would look like with a die cut sentiment, and I really like it. I do like this card. I think this is my favourite. So these are the ones that I made. I would love to know which is your favourite. Please let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Bye now.